Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to share two things that I'm thinking about doing, one more so than not. The first would be, I think this Sunday I'd like to host a conversation around what is luxury to you. This was inspired by my really successful, to me, what I consider successful, which was my first video on luxury. It got like 1,600 views in such a short amount of time. I was really happy about that. It's a little longer winded. There is a snippet of the end on my Instagram page that I have a complicated relationship right now. And then I made a part 2 about the mindset behind luxury. But I am in no way trying to be the voice of authority around luxury as it pertains to Black women, mothers, or pitting, okay, what is Black luxury versus more traditional, more widespread or well-known luxury like brands like Chanel and Hermes and things like that. And I had a great conversation with a follower on my Instagram page, and I really appreciate her feedback, her story, her talking points. And so I made a video reply back to her. This is all on Instagram. And it really got me thinking, like, well, I'd love to know what everyone else is thinking. Like, I don't want to be in a bubble of my own thoughts, and I'm not threatened by other opinions. I'm definitely all for it. And I just didn't want to be like, oh, just tell me in the comments below. Like, I'd love to go live and we can all see each other's thoughts, share, get ideas, what luxury is to someone else, or as my follower had said, she used the word extravagant, and I like that word. To me, extravagant really makes me think of, like, grandiose, over the top, super fancy. You could put on something and I'd be like, wow, that's really extravagant. You feel like it's just another day for me. I like chandeliers and mirrors and crystals and like bright things. To someone else, be like, oh, that's too much. I'm a little bit more laid back in my style. But does that mean I don't have luxury and I don't have extravagant things to me in my home? You know what I mean? Collector pieces, art, bold colors, textures, playing around with placement. These are things that everyone has a right to determine for themselves. And so back to the luxury, when I upgraded, for example, from a regular hand soap to foaming hand soap, it just did something to me. And Walmart, of all places, my brother had bought it. It was like sandalwood and something else. And I was like, this smells so good and it feels so good. So then, like, once I put that in there, I was like, well, I need a plant. And I want to upgrade my towels. Upgrading your sheets can feel luxurious. Adding some lamps with some true warm ambient lighting versus like the harsh overhead, lights from the ceiling can set the mood and feel luxurious. Candles, of course, diffusers, of course. All these little things. Hold on, coffee sip. So all these little things can be luxurious to one or not the other, or vice versa. So I really think that once I make up my mind with the time, I'd love to have a conversation here live Sunday evening. And I'll send out another reminder, maybe in the community tab or something. And then the second thing I honestly was thinking about was starting my own book club. I have been a part of book clubs before and poetry readings groups before, and I really enjoyed that camaraderie and, of course, the constructive criticism and the support and the getting out of my comfort zone and reading out loud and sharing your thoughts about whatever it is you're working through. So I thought we could focus on self-care and self-love, of course. So that is in the works. And so those are the two announcements. And then I haven't done these in a while. I had flipped through these before in a video a while ago. These are the Louise Hay's How to Love Yourself cards, a deck of 64 affirmations. And at the bottom of the stack, which I didn't know because I hadn't worked all the way through, was a little information card about her. And if you ever buy this set, I think I got this from Barnes and Noble, I think. Apparently there's even an app that you can download. So that's pretty cool. But I wanted to read a couple of these, but first I wanted to read the letter. It comes with a letter and a little bit about her. So for those of you who don't know, Louise Hayes was an inspirational teacher who educated millions since 1984 publication. Since the 1984 publication of her bestseller, You Can Heal Your Life, which I bought, and it's really good. And it's very eye-opening and turns the needle back to yourself. You had to be ready and have an open mind to read that book. It's encouraging, but it's still like, wow. So that headache wasn't just because I downed that whole bag of Doritos. You know what I mean? Like sometimes dis-ease or ailments or physical pain that we feel in our bodies are created not just in our minds, but because of things that we're holding on to, because of things we haven't worked through, because of choices we made, decisions we've made, unforgiveness we have, whatever. It just depends on, the area. So that book is it's just a very interesting read. Very non-traditional. So, and I feel like you need a blend of both. You need, modern medicine and my good old liquid Advil gels. I have the most respect for those two things. And yet too, as I enter into nursing, I'm able to still have my own reservations about other drugs, other prescriptions, balancing out, do you need antibiotics? Do you need steroids for that? You know what I mean? That is all that's a part of knowing yourself. That's a part of self-discipline and okay, what's the best thing for me? Not because someone in a white coat is telling me I need to do this. So even in that, it brings it back to you, and we have a mindset in healthcare where it's do no harm to the patient, always do what's in the best interest of the patient, advocating for the patient. Well, if you are the patient, sometimes you have to advocate for yourself. Sometimes you have to do no harm to yourself. Sometimes you have to make tough decisions and, discipline yourself and say, okay, I may need to juice. I may need to fast. I may need to stop drinking sodas and drink water. You know what I mean? Like those hard decisions, because sometimes it's easier to pop a pill. Sometimes it's easier to settle in a diagnosis and be like, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. So that book really takes it to a whole nother level with your understanding of health, your body, and your role that you play in your experience in your body, your temple. Hold on. So that book has 50 million copies in print worldwide. She is renowned for demonstrating the power of affirmations to bring about positive change. Louise was the author of more than 30 books for adults and children, including the bestseller, The Power is Within You and Heal Your Body. I didn't read those. In addition to her books, Louise produced numerous audio and video programs, card decks, online courses, and other resources for leading a healthy, joyous, fulfilling life. She tells her own personal story of her overcoming her things. Her stuff is here on YouTube. That is her story in a nutshell and her accomplishments. And, I thought this was a letter from her, but it's more just we'll just read it. Dear friends, Louise Hayes always said that there is only one thing that heals every problem, and that is to know how to love yourself. Every thought you think is creating your reality. So choose positive thoughts about yourself and about life. When we fill our minds with love, there's little room in our world for anything else to manifest. Remember that self-care is not selfish. Self-love allows you to love others. We cannot help on a worldwide basis unless we come from a space of great love and joy on an individual basis. Allow the words of this deck to remind you of those truths. Place these cards around your home, car, workplace, or anywhere you will see them often. Spread the joy by offering some to friends and family. Meditate on a different card each morning and bring its positive energy into your day. Remember, as Louise would say, in the vast infinite of life, all is perfect, whole, and complete, and so are you. Wow, that is powerful. That is powerful. And I think these are nice to have at your fingertips because, yeah, you can pull up in Pinterest or pull up an Instagram feed that has, little self-love snippets, but that's screen time and you're plugged in. So I really liked how colorful these cards are. I had said I wanted to put one in Autumn's lunchbox, a different one each day, as she's kind of feeling it out her new school. Trying to make new friends, trying to fit in, and she just turned 10. So, and middle school is looming, so she's going through the fields right now. So, I think it would be great for your kids. And like I said, when I did my Mother's Day gifts, I picked a card for each person that I felt like it was very personal to them, or what I thought about them or how I viewed them in a positive way. So these are the 3 that I picked, and I wanted to read each one, and then we will wrap this video up. My day begins and ends with self-love and appreciation. Isn't that pretty? And the back is, I wake up in the morning loving myself, praising myself, and telling myself I love being me. That is powerful. That is powerful because there's so much trying to be outside of yourself or be like someone else that I think it's easy to blur the lines with inspiration versus who are you and what do you want to do? Following trends, following what celebrities do that may not work for you, that may not look good on you, that may not be in alignment with anything that you are. You just want to do it or emulate it because that's what's in, that's what everyone else is doing, or that should make you feel a way better than how you feel in your own skin. So this is I love being me is such a powerful phrase because I even think about, what role I play, and not like anyone's checking me for like that, but I say that because my goal to get on YouTube was not to be an influencer. I don't want to tell people to get sister locks. I don't want to tell people to do their makeup just like this, wear their lipstick just like me, to dress just like me, or this is what I do because this is the best way. I share my experience so it can be relatable, but I say, do you find what works for you? If I see someone that, inspires me, and I try it and it doesn't work for me, it doesn't mean that she's wrong and and I'm less of a person because it didn't work out for me. Love being you just because. And I think one more thing on that point, you don't have to aim to be anything that we think is great. And when I say we, I mean the world. If I never become an author, if I never become a wave maker, if I never become a TED Talk person, host, or guest, if I never become some, world-renowned this, that, and the other, or start a business, or win an award, or, and recognized for something, does not mean I'm nothing and it's all for naught. Just getting up and enjoying my life, loving on my children, loving on my friends and my family is success, is an accomplishment. Just having peace, just not succumbing to depression, not taking your life, holding out. Suicide has always been a thing. I just saw where a young aspiring doctor took her life. And it's when you are so close to the edge and you don't, that is greatness. When you survive someone who has decided to take the plunge, that is greatness. When you celebrate their memory and their legacy and you hold on to all the things that made them beautiful, and you honor their spirit that has gone on, that too is greatness. And you wish them peace and release and the freedom that they were seeking. That is a greatness. I let go of the guilt of my late husband. That was my greatness. It took years, but once I did it, I felt so much lighter. I wasn't out the woods, but I felt lighter. When people saw me and I thought that, they felt pity or they wanted to ask me questions, where were you? What happened? Did you see signs? All those things. When I let all of that go, it was the beginning of another process within me. So I love being me, no matter what. As I learned this next one, as I learn to love myself, I become more powerful. I didn't even know that's what that card said. I just randomly picked these. I do not need to wait until I become perfect before I love myself. Loving myself is the quickest way to create a wonderful life. Because, that's that analysis paralysis. You never make the move. You never feel like you're ever arrived. You're ever there. And that's not healthy. And last one, as I see myself healthy, whole, and living in a society where it is safe for me to be who I am, and to love others. I read that wrong. I see myself healthy, whole, and living in a society where it is safe for me to love who I am and to love others. Now that is something that I think a lot of us would need to repeat daily, morning, noon, and night, so that we can begin to change our reality. Because there are a lot of things that we see in the news, on social media, like, for example, I have someone who will call me and be like, be careful, there are gangs. There are these new gangs and it's so dangerous out there. Be careful when you go into DC for the fireworks or for a festival or, because people are hurting people and it's just so bad out there. Be careful when you take them babies to the movie theater because they are shooting up the movie theaters and the schools and yes, these things have happened. But what does it do for all of us to live in fear and panic and anxiety and not live because things have happened? That's not healthy either. And even for some of us, we fear things and aren't living whole because we think a society is a way towards us because that was someone else's experiences, but it wasn't our experience. They say out here there is a racism that is so prevalent that, there's someone who would not hire me, rent a home to me, or, sell a home to me, allow my children to go to their school, not give me products and services and resources because I am a woman, because I'm Black, and because, on paper, I'm still a single mother. But that has never happened to me. I have gone to people of all ages, all races, all positions, and needed favors, needed kindness, needed understanding, needing a chance, and needing help or an opportunity. And those people afforded me that, not because, they just can't discriminate against me, because they wanted to. Because Mother, Father, God moved through them and they blessed me. I can't explain it, but that has been my reality. And in return, all I give them is my complete and utter and deepest appreciation. I won't let you down. Trust me. Oh my God, this is going to help me, blah, 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 blah. And they say, don't worry about it. You're welcome. And that's the end of this conversation. That is the end of it. Last one. I'm in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. Ooh, this is another one that I think, and this is the same side that we may need to keep telling ourselves, because you may not feel this. You may not see this. You may be like, oh, but oh my God, no, I definitely effed this up. But who told you that? How is it not going to turn itself around, even if you think you did? Being a single mom, yeah, it's risky. A lot of us didn't jump into it because we wanted to. A lot of us, found ourselves in situations with people that were like, okay. And things can turn themselves around. So are there such things as mistakes? I have caught myself on my videos saying, and if you make a mistake, if you make a choice and then you feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still working through that reprogramming. Because if you're always in the right place at the right time doing the right thing, that means that there's good to come out of everything, right? There's got to be some benefit to everything that life takes us through, that we take ourselves through. I told Anna, I said I would never, ever, ever say that I didn't want you and your sister. And then I wish this and I wish that. You all are one of the best things that have happened to me. Through all of the shit that I had to go through, that resulted in you. So, right place, right time, right everything. You know what I mean? That's just one example. So I hope you guys like my little cards. Like I said, I randomly chose 3, and they were very fitting for, I'd say, the times and things like that. And I think maybe I should randomly shuffle them or put them at the bottom, so I pick new ones next time. But yeah, it's just good to don't forget to be conscious of your thoughts. Don't forget to check yourself. Don't forget to catch yourself, Don't forget to, like the card suggested, you can put this on your fridge. You can put this in your car. Put them on your desk at work. So it's good to have little nuggets to read to keep you uplifted and like, okay, that's right. Because sometimes, the scrolling on the social media, it's all right. You see something inspirational. You can screenshot it. You can save it to your gallery. But I am way more a paper person. And I love the nostalgia of it all. I keep seeing all these planes. I keep looking up. And so I just love, that it's just more tangible. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I look forward to talking to you guys this upcoming Sunday. Don't even know. Let me see what date that is. Just in case. Sunday the 7th. Oh, no. The 18th. Sunday the 18th is when I'd like to go live. Like I said, I will post the time. And until the next video, thank you for watching. Peace. Bye.